56. Oudtshoorn says she misses you. It was a day like any other, or so I thought. Wednesday, 16 January 2019, had all the makings of a typical day. Listings to do, clients to impress, and a never-ending to-do list. I had just started working with my new partner, and I was eager to make a good impression. The weekday wilderness stretched out before me like a desert without an oasis. But little did I know, Cupid was quietly loading his bow, preparing to sprinkle a pinch of destiny into my life. On Monday, a phone call from Natasha had left me reeling. As I sat at my desk, trying to focus on crafting a property listing that would make buyers swoon, my mind kept drifting back to the judge's summons. Natasha and our advocate were due to face off against Henny in the judge's chambers on 11 February. And things had just taken an unexpected turn. Henny had now chosen to represent himself. The stakes were high, and my anxiety was palpable. With the looming deadline of 28 February, my heart was racing, and my tension was whipping up into a maelstrom, all thanks to Henny's signature blend of obstinacy and chaos. Just as I was getting swept up in the vortex of stress and anxiety, Keith's WhatsApp invitation landed like a feather in a whirlwind, offering a fleeting moment of calm amidst the turbulence. A coffee meeting to discuss the sale of his farm in the Klein Karoo, or so he claimed. As I read on, I couldn't shake the feeling that there were still some gusts of uncertainty blowing beneath the surface. However, his casual tone and hint of playfulness were a breath of fresh air, and I found myself drawn in. I must admit, I was intrigued. Keith was the on-again, off-again boyfriend of the lady whose house we had listed, and I had barely registered his presence during the listing appointment. But I was aware that their relationship was hanging by a thread, and I couldn't help but wonder what had prompted him to reach out. As I pondered the invitation, my mind whirled with possibilities. Was this a genuine attempt to discuss business, or was Keith angling for something more? I recalled our previous interactions, the listing appointment, the small talk, the polite smiles. That high five he gave me just before we left now seemed more significant. At the time, I thought nothing of it, just a friendly gesture to seal the deal. But now, in hindsight, it caught my attention like a whispered secret. Was it a subtle spark of flirtation, or just my imagination running wild? My thoughts galloped ahead like a herd of wild horses, unbridled and untamed. And then, like a sudden burst of sunlight, the promise I had been holding on to daily ignited my mind. The knight on the speckled horse with a wonky mane, but with a seasoned spirit, was supposed to ride into my life at any moment. I recalled the day I dared divinity to send a celestial spotlight to guide me to this mysterious stranger. I had demanded a spectacle, a heavenly display of divine confirmation that would leave no doubt. He's the one. As I pondered Keith's invitation, the threads of fate began to weave together. Was this the moment I had been waiting for? Was Keith the knight who would finally ride into my life, his speckled horse's hooves pounding out a rhythm of destiny? Divinity seemed to be pulling in the reins, slowing down the runaway chase of my thoughts. My mind had been galloping ahead, exploring all the what-ifs and maybes, but now it was as if Divinity was saying, "Whoa, let's take a deep breath and see how things unfold." My phone remained silent, leaving me to ponder the what-ifs. 2 days of speculation ticked by, until midday on Friday, 18 January, when my phone finally beeped again. Keith was on the move, embarking on a thrilling adventure with his son to tackle the kite surfing scene in Port Elizabeth and visit his mom. Their route would take them through Oudtshoorn, and the timing of his message seemed more than coincidental. This time, it was a photo of the historical C.P. Nel Museum in Oudtshoorn, with a group of ladies selling ostrich feather dusters in the foreground. His caption read, "Oudtshoorn says she misses you." Tender pixels and promises ensnared my heart. This was a masterclass in seduction by screenshot. The gentle rustle of ostrich feathers and the soft thrum of possibility stole my breath. In a split second, my eyes scanned the screen. A universe of possibility unfolded before me. What ifs and maybes stretched out like an endless expanse. Each one shimmered with promise and potential. Like a herd of wild horses, they galloped across my mind, mane flowing and unbridled. And then I couldn't help but flirt back. I mean, who wouldn't want to keep the spark alive? I typed out a message, my fingers flying across the keyboard with a mind of their own. "Oh, that's so sweet of you. Do tell her that she'll always be in my heart." I hit send and waited with bated breath for his response. The game was on and I was ready to play. Then I got cheeky again with Divinity and sent out a reminder to the heavens that we need to start ticking off the items on my list. I demanded proof ASAP that he was indeed the one. And honestly, I didn't have to wait long. It was like the starting gates had burst open and our conversation thundered out of the blocks, a runaway stampede of soul-deep connection and meaningful words. As we chatted away on WhatsApp over the course of the weekend, Keith made declarations like, "I think we're sharing something big, wonderful, and rare, and I want all of it." And it's an energy. The moment with you by my sports car, my toys, the 10 seconds on the balcony where we talked about Oudtshoorn and the Karoo, and our high five, all had my heart racing, and it still is. Something just happened there, and this is something I really want in my life. And when a person wants something very much and in all seriousness, then you see it easily when you find it. I found it very hard to act natural. I looked at your hair, your hands, your fingers, your jewelry, your smile, your excitement, positive disposition. I haven't been the same since. And words are power, expressions of the soul. What you say reflects the real you. All of what you have said is telling me and showing me the real you. And that's the Elmarie I saw in those few moments. It was a soulmate moment. I didn't need any more proof. I started saying thank you to divinity. I just knew that he was the one, the promised knight on his speckled horse, coming to teach me all about love. As I continued to bat my eyelashes at Keith via WhatsApp, he kept dazzling me with his profound words. I mean, who was this guy? A mind reader? A wizard? Because he seemed to know exactly what I needed to hear and when. His messages were like a symphony of soul food, each one more delicious than the last. I was hooked, and I knew I wasn't the only one. Keith was clearly smitten too. And we were about to have our first face-to-face meeting.